The society today has many problems. Very deep-rooted problems of hatred, selfishness, cheating, fighting, family breakup, runaway children. There is class struggles, exploitation, monetary cheating. There are many such evils. The question is why? Why? The reason for these evils is that the secular humanist or the atheistic sociologist, they are building the society upon tangible values. It is like you building a very huge building on sand. It cannot exist. The society needs very deep-rooted, permanent values, strong, solid, foundational values, which we call the absolutes of society. There are some absolutes of society. When God created Adam and Eve, He gave them these absolute values. He blessed them and put them in the garden. What did He say? The two things He said. One is the freedom. You can eat as much as you want. The second is the restriction. You cannot eat certain fruit. Third was the duty. He was put there to keep the garden and to take care of it. And then there is a family. Be fruitful and multiply. See that? These are all fundamental values of the societies. God, when created man, He gave them these fundamental values. Man and women were equal. No one was to rule anyone. They together was to have dominion over everything. So the equality of man and woman, a very important factor in the society. Then where was the institution of family? The first thing God said is, be fruitful and multiply, and then subdue it. Family has to have the importance in their life. God created this universe, the ecology, people call the ecological, responsibility. Man was to keep it and to protect it, to tend it. He was not to destroy the society, the ecology. He was not to cut down trees. He was to plant, keep on planting and pruning and, and all that things. And today that ecology is a major problem. Sociologists talk about ecology. But they cannot have the ecology. They cannot maintain the ecology. Why? Because they are overlooking man and they are trying to elevate animals to the state of man. Today man suffers while the animals are protected. A man can be killed, nobody will ask. Deliberate first degree murder or voluntary homicide or non-voluntary homicide, it doesn't matter. A cat can kill a man, no problem. But a man cannot kill a mouse or a cat. The problem. This is a problem. So the secular sociologists, they don't have foundations. They are trying to build the society on tangibles and important things. In the creation of God, the tiger and the lion are not the most important thing. No. The tiger and the lion are really created to maintain the ecological balance. That's why. Rats should not multiply. There should be cats to kill them. Even the deer population should not multiply over, because the quality of the deer will go down. Then they will all be sick and gone. So what? The animals will chase them. They will catch usually the less able one. The more able one will leap and go. So God has created an ecological balance in the society. We needed to honor those things. Every animal, it maintains. The grass should not grow very high because snakes will be multiplying. So Grass-eating animals are there. They should graze them. Everything. Monkeys and other climbing animals. Even their number should not be multiplied. So God has gave them even, to reduce their population. So man is given this responsibility. He is the honor of, God is the ultimate honor, but it is leased to man, and man has to cultivate and bring them up in such a way that everything has to be maintained, and our responsibility is, I say, don't cut down a tree. If you cut down a tree, you plant a tree. Don't kill an animal unless it is necessary for your food. You can kill, God permits it, but don't kill it for fun. Don't go for fishing for fun. If you catch a fish, you must eat it. The ecological responsibility, I believe in it. If the ozone layer is gone, the cancer is spreading. Who are you blaming for? We are exploiting, we are misusing. The oxygen level is going on. Why? Because the oxygen generating, that balance God has put is gone. When you cut down tree, the problem. So all these things, Christians, my point is, Christian sociologists only can bring up solutions to our problem. Only Christian sociology. A good Christian sociologist will look at this created world and he will marvel and say, beautiful piece, beautiful, how nicely God has, created it. Look at the plants, the flowers, the leaves, look at the fish, the birds, the butterflies, the ocean and the mountains and the spring and all. Only a Christian artist could. Only they can. So the moment the secular sociologists consider man as as an animal, for him is a farming animal. What is man? There is no value. Then man will start behaving like an animal. It will create problems because animals have relationship, but their relationship exists on their basic necessity. They need a food to eat, a place to lay down, and when the time comes to mate, that's all. And man is reduced to that one, You take any newspaper, any question, any magazine where the questions to the doctor or sex expert or whatever maybe, you can look at them and see that how debased our man is today. Debased. They operate on the way low ground. In the thinking they can never raise themselves. Only Christian sociologists can. Yes. Secular sociologists are helpless and are at a great dilemma without knowing what is wrong with mankind. Whatever diagnosis they have come up with, they are caught in the self-made cobweb of myths and mythology. Man remains helpless and confused in the hands of the secular sociologist. Problems of drugs and sex and violence and all other crimes have plagued man beyond any hope. And the secular sociologists could come up with no solution to the problem. Actually, no solution. Sociology, they are getting PhD for so many people. They cannot handle a single problem. Why? Because basically you are wrong. You are looking at man as an animal. When you see man as an animal, he will behave like any other animal. But you have to see man created in the image of God. Man has the capacity and the potential to make judgments, to control the universe, have dominion on everything. God has put everything under him. Man is a king. As a king, he has to subdue the earth. God tells them, subdue the earth. The kings go and conquer the land. Man is a priest. The priest's responsibility is to reconcile people with God and to offer the world as a sweet-smelling sacrifice. That's what we are supposed to do. We have to offer this world as a sweet-smelling sacrifice to our God. Man is a prophet. He has to reveal the will of God, tell others what is God's will, interpret God's word for them. That's what we are supposed to do. How can a secular person do these things? Only we could do it. We can only function like the conquering responsibility, the presenting responsibility, or the offering responsibility, and the interpreting responsibility. Man, when we realize that I'm a king and I'm a royal, priesthood, I'm a prophet, I rise above others, and my viewpoint is different. My viewpoint. The secular man looks at the sky and what he will say? Wow, the Big Bang. But we Christians look at the heavens and say that what a glory of my master. Look at those stars. They are declaring the glory of my God. You can have a talk with those. You wink at them and say that, you safe there? Come down. We'll have some time of fellowship. Aren't we? Yes. So man's unique capacity, only a Christian sociologist will. What is the fundamental difference in the viewpoint of the society, of the secular sociologist and the Christian sociologist? It is a view of the Christian sociologist that man was created in God's image. The Imago Dei, they call them the Imago Dei, the image of God in man. That's what makes. You look at a small child, what do you see? You see the character of God, many characters of the God there. Yes. How nicely they smile, the smile of a child. The smile of a child that takes away tons of agony of your heart, the smile of a child. Yes. Some songwriter said that I can live because you live. And then comes to the last answer, said this child can face tomorrow because God is there. So what a beautiful thing. Yes. The decision-making capacity only a man has. No animal can make any decision. No animal has ever made a decision. Some call this man's decision-making power the free will, while others view it as man's God-given capacity or ability to make choices. Whatever way you wanted to look at it, we discussed some of it in the conference. I'm not going to go back. You wanted to see it as man's free will or man's God-given capacity to make decisions. The concept of the accountability is a unique concept. The accountability. Sociologists don't believe in the accountability of the individual. If somebody is murdered a person, the criminal lawyers and the society, the legal system and everything will be first inquiring whether this man is a mental patient. In some way you can prove that he had mental problems so that he could be declared not responsible. That's the way they all go. They're trying. The legal, the criminal lawyers make money. They will say that, you pretend to be mentally sick. So if the judge asks you something, you say this and this and this. I sometimes told the story. I think I told the story of a man who was, a case came, the man has abused his neighbor, called names and all these dirty words and all. The neighbor went and filed a case. So the criminal lawyer who was taking the case and told his customer, you pretend to be a dumb person in the court, unable to speak. So whatever the judge says, you say, so the judge keep asking this and that. And he said, the judge said that he is a dumb person, he cannot talk. How can he abuse you? Case dismissed. So the criminal lawyer came out with him and said that now give me 5,000 rupees. My 5,000 rupees. He said, he walked away. That's how society is. Nobody is accountable for anything. Nobody is accountable. But for the Christian, no. There is no person who is not accountable for his action. There are just a few schizophrenic people and they are not roaming in the streets. If you know how to kill a person, you are accountable for it. Yes. The Bible says, he whose blood is shed by man, his blood shall be shed by man. Capital punishment is very valid. The society needs it. You have no right to take the life of another person. You don't think you can kill and live. No, you cannot kill and live. You made a woman a widow. You made some children orphans. And you claim that you can have a wife and children because you will claim some eccentricity. No. No. So God in the Old Testament had a system where the closest blood relation will, kill the man. But he can run to the city of refuge if he is innocent. He can stand before the priest and show his case. If he was found guilty, he cannot be there. He will be handed over. Otherwise, he will be safe there. God does not protect wicked people. Of course, God saves wicked people. That's why Jesus Christ came and died on the cross. So, the uniqueness of man, the capacity of man is something that Christian sociologists, acknowledge. That's a view of the Christian sociologist. Man was created in God's image and therefore man is endowed with tremendous ability of decision making and he is responsible for whatever decision he makes. Yes, you are responsible for what decision you make. Whatever is your decision. Either you are using the ability for the glory of God or you are misusing the ability against God's glory. But for the atheist and the humanist, the secular sociologist, man is not responsible for his activities. They say the society is responsible. The society makes man what he is. In a sense, that is true. The society has made man bad because the society was patting the man for his mistakes. So what has made man totally corrupt is this irresponsible concept of the sociologist. Man could do any wickedness and then blame it on the society. The secular view gives man no control over the society. This is terrible. You talk with people. I don't know, I have talked to you the story of, Steve sometimes, who claimed to be a mental patient. Yeah. And Steve always wanted to. 6 months he will come to society, work and all that, and then he gets tired, he doesn't want, because he knows there is a secular society, there is an atheistic society which will pat on his back and say that, Steve, you are not responsible, you stay here, you watch the TV. Food will be provided, excellent food. You can go and sleep whenever you want. Better life it is. I don't know how a person can live like that. If I don't have something to do meaningful, I get so frustrated. And what's life? Sit down there. So the Christian sociologists say that no, man is a responsible being created in the image of God. He knows what he is doing. He is supposed to know what he is doing. No man can plead ignorance. Why should a man plead ignorance? He knows. What man doesn't know that to kill a person is wrong, to steal a person is wrong, to beat a person is wrong, to cheat a person is wrong? What man doesn't know? It's all his pretension. The society is helping him plead his case. No. We must hold. This starts at home. This sense of responsibility starts right at home. The child does something wrong, disobey the parents, do something wrong, morally wrong, or otherwise, what does the mother say? The father comes up with a stick and calls him, come here boy. What does the mother say? Leave him. Oh, അതിന് വല്ലതും അറിയാമോ? 4 വയസ്സല്ലേ ആയുള്ളൂ. 4 വയസ്സായ കൊച്ചിനെ കല്ലെടുത്ത് ഇളയൻ്റെ തെറ്റിക്കെറിയാനറിയാം. അതിനറിയില്ല. Who said? He knows. The mother overprotects, or the father overprotects, or the grandfather overprotects, or the grandmother overprotects. Whatever the child finds out something that I can do, mistakes safely, the society in which I am there, they're going to protect me. This is going to continue all the way through. All the way through. Until the man is put on the gallows, even there he will be blaming the society. You know. Yeah. Nobody will say that I am responsible. You know, something good about saved people is that they take responsibility. Yes. If you don't take responsibility for your action, I won't acknowledge that you are a saved person. Because you look at the Calvary, the 2 thieves, right? The saved thief immediately said, he said what? We deserve it for what we have done. Immediately he recognized that I am responsible for all the things that I have done. The other man was blaming. He would not have been crucified unless this was time for your crucifixion. They needed somebody to put with you. So you are responsible. No, saved thief saying, I am receiving the just punishment for what I have done. But this man has done nothing wrong. The moment a person is saved, he comes up and with the responsibility. You know, a person is responsible for what they do. Yes. The moment you try to argue against and wanted to prove that you are not responsible for what you have done. I like the Americans and Westerners best, you know, you never have to say, brother, you are wrong. They will say. I had a friend visiting with me, you know. He wanted to drink some soda, so I gave him a glass full of soda. By mistake, he broke that glass. You know, by mistake, you know, glasses break. Nothing he has done. Oh, I said, don't feel bad, their glass break. You know, we had so many, we broke the others also, don't worry. Oh, he just said that, wait a minute, let me go for a walk. You know, he bought 1 dozen of same type of glass and replaced. We really felt shame on one side. On the other side, he was a man who said, I'm responsible for what I do. Our people don't have the sense of responsibility. What our people say, well, glasses, they break, you know that. Not only that, they have it to be broken, then only the other shopkeepers can live. So I'm helping the society, you know, more manufacturing. What? Arguments. That's where we, you know, for anything we have an excuse. For anything we have an excuse. You came late, you have an excuse. Didn't come, you have an excuse. For anything. And I think we Indians are known for excuses. We will never say that I take responsibility for my, you know, late coming, I am responsible. I should have started earlier. You know, I did not. I ask forgiveness. From next time on, I will come in time. Please forgive me this time. Which gentleman will say that? Oh, well, you know. Oh, well, you know. Well, what? These buses always come late, you know. He was supposed to come the earlier bus. You know. That's the way we are all. I was thinking of one of my own stories. I was supposed to get down at a place for conference 10 o'clock. I got into this bus. This bus goes another 30 kilometers. I went to sleep. When I got up, the bus was on the other side, 30 kilometers away. I felt so bad. So I came and everybody said, you late, you late. I said, these days buses don't have good brakes. You know. Yeah, we always find some excuse, you know. I was jokingly saying it, but the fact is, you know, it's very difficult to say that, brothers, I overslept, you know. It's always like that. Our children know. You know, no wonder they are sinners. I mean, our sinful character, then plus my wife and plus everybody else, they get everything else. So do I expect them to be holy? No.
And still we expect.
Yes. Yeah. So, you know, man has this responsibility. God owes him responsibility. When Adam and Eve, you know, ate the fruit, you know that Adam did not say, I'm sorry, God, I have violated your law, I should not have done it. Whatever punishment you wanted to give, I will take it. If there is any provision for forgiveness, please. No, he said, you are responsible, that's what he said, God. You asked me why I gave? You made a woman, don't you remember? You know these wives? They misguide the husbands. I am not responsible. Eve, what is this he is talking about? Why, you know that? You made the serpent, I didn't make it. You made it a deceptive animal. And you made me prone to deception. So who is responsible?
God.
So God is responsible. Now game won't play there. God gave them good doses. Still we are
Very good.
enjoying it. Still we are enjoying it. Yes. But God took ultimate responsibility. God put his own son there. God said, yes, I created you. And all these things said, so I will take the responsibility, full responsibility. You cannot escape from your responsibility, but I take my responsibility. Our God has shown us that, you know, we are responsible beings. We are responsible beings. Yes. Our God is, we must always, if everybody in the society will take those responsibility, how nicely the society would have been. The house. The food is not cooked in time. Husband came from home, from work, supposed to be here, and this is not, that not. The wife will come up with 100 excuses. The gas ran out. Child was crying all day. I had a headache, bad headache. The simple thing is, she was watching this or that, and then simply say that, I ask forgiveness, I am responsible for not things getting ready. You know, I was involved in things that were less profitable. So is there a provision for forgiveness? Please. That settles it, that appreciate. The husband will appreciate the wife. The husband also, he came late. They were supposed to go 5 o'clock for a wedding reception. He came 7 o'clock. And the wives, you look at the face of the wife, you know that she fell down from the third heaven along with Satan. You know, it's the face is like that. No word, nothing. So the husband come around, what is wrong? Why are you not saying anything? You know, he's supposed to come and say simply that, I'm so sorry. I should have called you at 5 o'clock. You know, I came 7 o'clock, there is no explanation for it. I take full responsibility, you know. Now, if you say that, there is no fight, nothing. But he won't say that. He will be accusing her for showing the face and this and that. That's the way man is. So God does not allow it. God created man a responsible being. God demanded reasons for doing the thing. The FIR they call him. God prepared the FIR, the first information report. Called Adam, what happened, tell me. Called Eve, what happened, tell me. He prepared the first information report in which said that Adam and Eve, created in God's image, has deliberately eaten in defiance of my orders. And these punishments are given to them. 1, 2, 3, 4.